snap. Your snap, you just snap in the wrist, in the head. Snaps. Moving them.
Remember the snap?
Moving them. Drop.
Remember the snap?
You can incorporate a little drop snap too. Alright? Drop snap. Alright? Actually, I like that better. It's one call, drop snap. Because your body's going to help you get the snap down. Right here, moving them. Drop snap. Why is that important? When you snap down, you don't snap. Hey! Pay attention. Look over here. Pay attention. You don't snap a guy's into your legs. Right here. Don't make this mistake where you snap him and he's into your legs. So this, I'm creating a good habit. I drop, snap, and my legs are protected. Right there. Okay? Moving them, drop, snap. Alright, let's go. Tie up. One man moving, wrestle. Drop, snap. Keep moving them. On the wrist. Drop, snap. Keep moving them. Drop, snap. Keep moving them. Move your feet. Drop, snap. Keep moving them. Drop, snap. Other man, ready. Tie up, wrestle. Drop, snap. Move them. Move your hands, move your feet. Move your hands, move your feet. Drop, snap.
Pull back. Boom. There you go.
Move your feet, move your hands, move your tie up. Hey, don't stay in the neck collar too long. There you go. Drop, snap. Move your hands from the collar to inside side to underhook. Drop, snap. Good. Keep moving them. Alright, last round. Back to the first man. Ready? Wrist tie. Wrestle. Drop, snap.
You want to stay on your knees, okay?
Drop, snap. Tie up, move your hands, move your feet. Move your hands, move your feet. Drop, snap. Go, move your feet. Drop, snap. Good, other man, ready. Wrestle. Move your hands, move your feet.
Remember, leg back. You do it leg back.
Okay.
Drop, snap.
Shoulder. Do it.
Drop, snap.
You see how I go down to one knee?
Yeah.
Drop, snap.
Yep.
Go like this. Get in stance.
Drop, snap.
Get in a little bit more spread out.
Alright, pause. Good job.
Not so much.
Bring it in. Good job. Alright, couple things before I go on top, okay? Couple things before I go on top. This is a little learning opportunity. Your elbow big enough so that I'll be gentle. You're not rusty. Alright. So, the first thing, right? This is reviewed from earlier. We're not going to do this, but I want to point it out so everyone can learn, okay? So, if I snap someone down, or if they take a shot and I defend. So it happens two ways. Either I force a snap and we're here, okay? Or he takes a shot and I defend and we're here, okay? Now, shift this way so you can see. Nope. So, I've already have wrist control. Alright, and I'm looking for my go behind. Post. Now he can't reach up and block me as I go for my go behind. That's a little technical advantage right there. So when you guys are in this snap down stuff, or defending your legs, this little basic post right there, my knuckles post against the tricep, I get my weight on them, and I do my spin drill. Very important. You gotta focus on those little things. Now, coach has been teaching you guys a drag, right? You can hit a beautiful drag from here, okay? You already have the wrist. You're here. A lot of times you're defending, you're on a collar tie, or you just blocked them. All I'm doing differently is instead of posting, I'm coming into the arm drag. Arm drag. Go behind. That is such a weapon. Most PA kids are nasty right there. Okay? PA kids are arguably one of the best wrestlers in the country, and they're really good at this. You shoot in on them. Their go behind here, a lot of times, is a drag. Boom. They'll drag you by. They'll drag you by and reshoot too. So, let's say, come up. I've been teaching you this the past 2 days now. Wrist control, right? This guy takes a shot. Boom. I'm in here. He starts to come up. Boom. Arm drag. Right into a reshot. Simple stuff. But if you guys like arm drags, and you like tying up this wrist, man, I mean, it doesn't get easier than that. I'll show that one more time. You're controlling the wrist, you're moving them, you're wrestling them, okay? He tries to take a shot on you, you defend, he starts to come back up, arm drag, right into a shot. Okay? The other thing, which is a good question, okay? I watched a little bit more film earlier. If you take a shot straight on, right? Come here. You take a shot straight on, he starts to sprawl on you. Boom. Your head is better rotating away, because this is the opening. You can't rotate your head into the body, right? So, let's say I'm underneath him, okay? I post. Now I wrestle one leg. Rotate your head away, and look where you are. Where am I? Am I underneath him? I'm on the side. So something as simple as that can help all of you guys. We're here learning together. Ty asked this question because it's very common for at your level. I was there. You get trapped underneath a person. We're very offensive. We shoot a lot. Okay? I shoot down the legs. He starts to sprawl. Boom! If I keep both of my hands on this, and he keeps sprawling, he's going to wear out my shoulders, and I might give up this position. He'll go behind. Instead of letting that happen, okay, I let go one of the legs, the leg that's on the side of my head position. It's very important. I post. Now here, I want to rotate my head out like this, so I'm hip to hip. I still have a single. Okay? Now at least this is giving you a chance to wrestle 50-50 versus getting beat up underneath. Does that make sense? Yes. You guys can situation wrestle that position a lot. Alright. Keep it going. I need a bigger person. Give me a big body right there. Divas. Go down. All right, top wrestling, my friends. Turn this way. Top wrestling. All right, it's an attitude and understanding, controlling the hips, controlling your weight distribution on top. Okay? There's several different types of rides. All right? There's several different types of breakdowns. All right? I believe you guys have learned tight waist and ankle. That's a great breakdown. Okay? There's tight waist and chop, which is another great breakdown. There's claw rides, there's spiral rides. All that stuff is really good. Okay? And each of you are going to learn what your specialty is. But with the common thing with all these breakdowns is, again, this is a review from yesterday, is learning how to stay parallel. All right? Learning how right here. You guys see me on my toes? See where my knees are? Okay? Learning how to blanket ride. Stay here. If you guys are coming out to the side on your rides, you're really not mastering riding. You're really not mastering riding. You want him to carry your weight at all times. A lot of times, I think the best guys who are top riders, in my opinion, they stall to a degree. They stall to a degree because they're really staying in great position. I mean, they're not really forcing the action out to the sides. They're just really focused on controlling the hips and distributing their weight. Okay? And driving forward too. I want to get the weight on his hands. So how do I do that? I use that by knee bumping, driving off my toes. It's not so much about my arms. Okay? Now with my tight waist, yeah, I want a good seat belt. Yeah, I gotta make that arm nice and long, right here. And I need a chop, but the breakdown really is coming from my hips and my toes, right in here. Knee up the butt, knee up the butt, knee up the butt, knee up the butt. Okay? Maybe I should time the rest of you. Alright, so that's a chop situation, or look at a chop. Same thing with a spiral and a claw. Alright? In the referee's position, I want to drive my pec right through the center of his back. I see a lot of guys, especially college wrestlers, they'll get on top with a purpose. They'll nudge this guy forward ever so slightly, right in there. Okay, because we want to put the weight on his hands. He wants the opposite. He wants to be light on his hands. So that's why I use my chest, stay straight on, and kind of give a little push. And you see that back foot here? All right? You want to do it ever so slightly. You don't want to give it away too much. Where the referee's like, hey man, set up the right way or whatever. Just a nice little slick. Put your weight on. Okay. Now, if you're like in a claw, this is what a claw looks like. I take the hand off the elbow. I'm coming in here, and I'm spiral riding thigh cry with the belly hand right here. Now, what's really important here is the fundamentals. You have to make this guy uncomfortable. And the way you do that, okay, is once again, making sure you're distributing your weight properly and driving into his hands. And I do that by getting on my toes, knee pinching, and driving forward onto his hands. Don't get too high. That's what your knees are doing. Your knees and your toes are helping you stay in the saddle. Okay? Do not pull this guy on top of you in this position. Especially if you're just learning it and you're new. What I mean by that is some people, they learn the technique and they think they can roll around with this guy in this position. Okay? You might want to come in here or come in here and do stuff like that. Do not pull him on top of you. What your main goal is with this ride is, once again, to wear down his arms, tire his arms down, okay? Get in good position, drive up your toes, spiral a little bit. One of the ways that you can spiral a little bit is, once again, by using your toes and your hips right here to crack down the hip. If you can crack down the hip, that's great. Okay? And then you're changing off, you're doing whatever. Take what's given to you in all your riding positions. As you guys learn how to stay in a nice parallel ride, take what's given to you. Okay? So, let me just give you an example of a chop. Okay? Taking what's given to me. I got a tight waist here, and I'm working my chop. I'm driving off my toes. You know, I might get a cross wrist. Right there's a cross wrist position. Take what's in there. On my spiral ride, right? My claw on my spiral ride. Boom. I'm off the mat. I'm off my knees. I'm in deep. I got a spiral ride. I'm driving off my toes. Driving forward. He might hit a sit-up. You know what I have to sit up? Right here. He sits up. Then I might pull him into my lap. Or throw in a boot. I'm not forcing the issue there. Ty, come here. I'm just taking what's given to me. I'm taking his reaction and adapting. It's really, I'm setting him up. So I'm here in the claw. I want to wear him down. Heavy on the hands. Staying in a good position. Staying attached to his hips. Right here. Okay? There's little things you can do here to break him down. I could come in here. Try to platform his elbows. I could transition here. Throw in a half. Come back to the claw. Beat him up a little bit more here. Spot right here. Okay? Here is a setup for throwing the boot in. If you crack him down to the hip. And his knee, and there's an opening here. Look. Okay? Take what's given you. Don't force your breakdowns. Don't force. If anything, that's most importantly, this is the overall message on top. Learn how to stay strapped on to the hips. Learn how to stay behind the man. Knee up the butt. Knee pinches. And follow. That's how you dominate on top. The points are going to come. The back points are going to come. Trust me. If you can ride anyone for a good 20, 30 seconds, you're going to start to break him. Okay? He's going to start to fold. He's going to start to get tired. He's carrying my weight for 20 to 30 seconds. The breakdown in the penny combination is going to become easier after you put a tool. What happens is this, guys. We get too excited on top. We lose the fundamentals of the ride. And we start forcing stuff. And we come out to the side. We're overly aggressive. Next thing you know, I lost his hips. He's tripoding. Good wrestler's gone. Because I got overzealous on top. Does that make sense? All right, here's the drill. I think I've explained that into the ground. We're going to go live wrestle here. All right? Because I think that's the best way to learn. We're going to go live wrestle top and bottom. Top guy. For you new guys that learn tight waist and ankle, I want you staying in this position. All right? Bumping him forward. Whatever he does, make sure this foot is off the mat and you're staying tight and you're staying behind him. You're not trying to do something crazy like throwing a half or a cradle. You're staying persistent with this because that's what you know. For you chop guys, you're going to win on the whistle, right? Boom, get a nice tight waist. And boom, stay persistent here. Stay persistent here. If you got a wrist and a head lever, stick it to him right in here. Don't jump out. I want that bottom guy trying to get away with all his might. But you're not rushing. You're staying, once again, in position. For you claw spiral ride, guys. Boom, you're getting in here. You're pinching his hips. Okay? And you're learning how to distribute his weight onto his hands by using your toes. Okay? Staying in tight. Riding for a good 15. I'm going to give you guys 15-second goes. Learn how to crack down his hips. Boom, right in there. That's a nice little breakdown. All right? Harder up. We're going live. Let me get some more guys over here in the light. I can't see that well over there. Come over here in the light. Couple, at least 2 more groups. One here, one there. One more there. Ready? Top, bottom. Set. Stay anchored in. Stay anchored in. Switch, other man on top. Ready. Set. Top, bottom. Set up, top, bottom. Ready? Hey, put your head in the center. You're going to break your nose. Chin right in the center of his back. Time, switch. Set up. Ready? Other man on top. Set up. Ready? Referee's position, other man on top. Set up. Ready?
Stick with me. Stick right with me. Get back on my back. Get back on my back. Stay on me. Stay on me.
Time. Good. Bring it in. Hustle in. Hustle in. Good. We're ready to add to this. Jason, come here. Down. Good. But we can do better. I'm giving you 15 seconds. Your main goal on top is to keep him down. To stay behind the hips, ride parallel. All right? Get a good tight waist, seat belt. How do I do that? I sink my shoulder, and I reach for the hip. Now it's nice and tight. Okay? I can chop in here. All right? I can claw. Change off to my thigh pry. Okay? Look, where am I? Off my knees, on my toes, driving forward. All right? Now here's a nice little addition. We want to anchor in. They call this an Iowa ride too. Not sure why, but they do. We used to call it Western hook when I used to wrestle here. So when I heard Iowa ride, I was like, what the hell's an Iowa ride? It's a Western hook. But notice here, I can't get my Western hook in because he's sitting back on his heels. So this approach, right, of driving him forward opens up the Western hook. So how I did that? This is called anchoring in. What I see Ty when you're wrestling Asa is that he's sitting out and turning away. Okay? With this hook here, it's going to be hard for him to get his hips out of the way because he's hooked versus unhooked. Sit down. Get on your knee. slow them down. Okay? So guys, let's learn this. As a matter of fact, we're going to situation wrestle this. Situation wrestling means I want you to get this Western hook. Coach, I just want to make sure I got the right language. When you instruct them, will you use the word Western hook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they use it mostly.
So if coach is saying Western hook, all right, right here, while you're wrestling and you're trying to work a breakdown, right there. This is anchoring in. You're still behind the hips, knee behind the butt, and you're wrestling. Same can be done. Turn this way. Turn this way. Same can be done with your claw. Okay? So I set up, I sink my claw, I sink my spiral, I'm driving them forward. There it is. I've got my Western hook. I'm anchored in. This is also giving you guys a barometer not to come out to the side too far. You're staying anchored in with this Western hook. You're staying behind him, you're wrestling good position. You're slowing him down, wearing him down. All right? So that's the situation. I'm going to say, driving forward. You guys are going to get top on, driving forward. Boom. Western hook. And then once I see everyone has a Western hook, I'm going to say wrestle, and you guys are going to wrestle live. Got it? All right, let's go. Partner up. Ready?
Okay, I'm gonna do it first.
Jam
I'm gonna show
forward.
you how to do it. So,
Western hook. Wrestle.
right there, behind the gate. Stay forward, just like that. And you do the Western hook. Okay. All right, now wrestle. Bring it up. Bring it up. Now do your stand up. Bring it up. There you go.
Time. Other man on top. Jamming forward. Western hook.
Get that Western.
Wrestle. Time. Switch. Other man on top. Jamming forward. Western hook. Wrestle.
Push, push.
Time. Switch. Other man on top. Jamming forward. Western hook. Wrestle.
Wrestle, ready? Boom. Kind of break it down. To a top right here. Go boom. Chop. All right, try and get a half. Come to the side. Get my red. Get my red.
Time. Switch. Other man on top.
There you
Jam
go.
forward.
Now come to this side of your
Western
body. That side. Now push. Come swing out to the side. No. What are you doing? Swing out to that side. No. Push. Yes. Keep going. Push. 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 Boom. That's a half.
Time. Other man
Because
on
I'm
top.
so big. That's why.
Jamming forward. Western hook. Wrestle.
Ready, guys? Get off your back. Come on. Come on, go, bridge. I want you to bridge. Come on. Bridge. Remember how to bridge? Look. Bridge.
Time.
Bridge. Bridge. Come on.
Other man on top. Jamming forward. Western hook.
Put that list in.
Wrestle.
Bridge. Bridge. Here you go, bridge. Nice job. That's
Time. Pull it in. Pull it in.
I can walk back.
Alright, so we're still focusing on rides. We're blending in some breakdowns in here, right? Right? The ride is just staying on the hips, staying parallel. Okay? Now, here's a couple other little tools, right, that you guys can use to get some good riding in and some good breakdowns, alright? So, chopping with your leg. Not only chopping with your arm, but chopping with your leg. Okay, using your arm and your leg to chop it down. I'm still staying at the butt. Have good tight waist. I'm going to chop here and chop here. Now the important thing, anytime you go for a chop or a breakdown, is to recover in this parallel position. So when I chop here and I chop here, alright, I'm going to break it down this hip, I'm going to momentarily come to my side of my hip as well. It looks like this. Alright, now what I want to do here is make sure that my knees up the butt and I recover right here. Always want to recover on top. Okay, that's a little bit of an athletic position there, but once you guys get comfortable with recognizing how to use the tight waist in your hips, recovering right there will become natural. Okay? So I'm on top, right? I'm jamming him. I'm coming into the saddle. I have a nice tight waist. I'm on my toes. I'm chopping here and I'm chopping here. Okay? Using the advantage of your whole body here. Cracking, cracking. Okay? I'm pulling him down this hip. I'll hit my hip momentarily, but I'll square off on top. Right here. Boom. And then I recover. Look at my recover. I'm in my saddle. Chances are I'll have a nice cross wrist here on the finish. When I chop that arm across, I finish with a nice cross wrist. Okay? So, your breakdowns are going to come as you wear them down. Okay, face through. That's one little tool there. Here's the other little tool. We're jamming them forward, right? Either jamming them forward with the chop, going into our western hook, or jamming them forward with our claw into our western hook. Now, stay up, stay up, stay up. Come on. There you go. Into my western hook. Now, here's the thing. See how I've got the hook? I want to be active with this hook. I'm going to do a reverse leg curl, right? Right in there. You see that? That's working the breakdown. Just try to stay tough. Okay? Try to stay in a good push-up position. Right here. All right? Working this, working this. Now for you leg riders, boom. That was a nice little leg setup. Okay? You guys ride legs. It's a slick way of throwing in legs. So, first things first, I establish my ride. Boom! I'm in the saddle. I get my western hook. Now, you see that leg curl? Leg curl? Right here. There's my breakdown. Okay, there's my breakdown. So I want you guys to play with those two breakdowns. They're a little bit more advanced, but technically they're both really sound. Okay? And you'll learn. You'll learn. It's a little bit advanced, but you'll learn. And that's the challenge. To get better as you learn. First step, right? Blend your ride, jam him forward, get the weight on his hands. Right in here. Boom. Alright? I'm off my knees, I'm on my toes, I'm driving forward, I got a nice tight waist. His weight's on his hands now. Hit my chop, hit my leg chop. Crack him down to the mat. Boom! Right there. Now recover. Recover, recover. And just put all your dead body weight on. What do you think this body man's going to do next? Alright, tell me what you're going to do, body man. Louder so the group can hear you.
Go to my stomach and try to do it.
All right, so you went to your stomach. What do you do next? What are you going to do? Show me. Take a break. Asa, come here. Pay attention. This is why I'm stressing good parallel riding. Staying in control of the hips. He's going to feed into me. He's doing all the hard work. And that's my game plan. I want him to fall into my trap. I want him to do all the work, carry my weight. So, off the whistle, I'm exploding, I'm jamming him, I'm getting on the saddle, and distributing all the weight onto his hands. Ah, great. Got a nice tight waist. I'm going to hit my chop with my leg chop. What are you going to do, Asa? Oh, thank you for that hard work. One push-up with 180 pounds on it. 2 push-ups. I'm breaking him. I'm breaking him. I'm breaking his will. All along, staying in what? Huh? Good position. Once I break him, controlling the wrist, wiring him up, cradling him, it's going to be simple. It's going to be easy. So that's the mentality with the chop. Here's the mentality with the Western hook. You jam them. You get your Western. Stay active here. On my toes. Elevate, 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 elevate. I just broke him down with elevation. Sink your bottom leg in. Cross face. Take the head off. Finish them. All right, let's go with your partners.
Over here, where you going?
That's what I always forget.
We're going to situation wrestle here. Let's do, actually, no. Let's see what you guys got from top to bottom. We're going to look around and see what you guys got. Ready, set up, ride wrestle on the whistle. Time! Switch on the man on top. Ready? Set. Time! Switch on the man on top. All right, this one situation. Arm chop, leg chop. Crank him down to his hip. And come out on top. And then wait for the whistle. Go. Wrestle. Time. Other man on top. Arm chop, leg chop. Come out on top. Parallel ride. Make him carry all your weight. Go. Wrestle.
Alright, come on. Break that arm. Here you go. Break that free.
Switch. Other man on top. Jam it forward. Western hook. And elevate your heel to the ceiling. I want to see some elevation. Jam it forward. Western hook.
Okay, look.
Elevate the heel. Wrestle.
Jam them forward. And then keep the arms for both the knees. And then kick your legs up. Like that.
Switch, other man on top. Jamming forward. Nice claw ride, Western hook. Elevate the heel.
No,
Jamming
what is
forward.
that? What is that? What are you doing? Get on
Get your knee off the mat. Get off your left knee. Get on your
On my elbow.
toes.
On my elbow,
Wrestle.
on my stomach. Alright, wrestle. Fire chop that arm.
I'll read
Fire
you.
chop, no. Reach your arm and go. Boom! Gotcha. Alright, come on.
There it is.
Do it again. Fire chop. Boom! Do it again.
Okay.
Time. Bring it in.
Bring it
We'll
in.
teach you.
Yep.
Bend a little bit.
Yeah. You're 28.
All right, listen, guys. I understand that this little Western Hook series might be a bit advanced for some of you guys, but what I'm trying to introduce you guys and teach you is that you can use your legs to break people down as well. Okay? So, some great examples of that is if I'm here on a claw ride, right? In a spiral ride, this guy starts a tripod, and he starts a tripod over here. Here's the Western hook. If I take this Western hook and start extending his leg, see how he collapsed to his knee? That's a breakdown. That's a good ride, that's a breakdown. This can lead to other things. All right, learning how to use your feet. Okay? So I'm in a claw ride, he starts tripoding, I can come here and whizzer it out. I can also do this too, tripod again. I'm going to take the same leg that I was Western hooking, I'm going to take my knee and plant it on the inside of his thigh and extend his leg and kick it out. Look, you should see that. Take the Alright, we're learning how to use our whole body here to remain in a good ride and break your opponent down. So, I'm in a claw position, I'm in a thigh fry, and let's say I'm riding this guy around and he bucks up into a good tripod. Alright? I can simply take my Western hook here and just kick that kickstand out. That's one way. He comes back up to a tripod, I take that same leg, and I come inside with the knee, and I kick that tripod out. So, and extend it. So there's neat little tools in there that you guys can incorporate with this ride. All right, we're moving forward now. Let's start getting some back points. Okay? We're in referee's position. We're gonna work this cross-face cradle. Okay? Let's take a little shortcut to the cross-face cradle. What we're gonna do, right off the whistle, is smack in this cross-face and get that arm. Okay? Right, just like that. Be explosive with it. No hesitation. We're in referee's position. Boom. Pull it off the mat. Okay? Now, I need to get up into the saddle here. I'm in the saddle. What this is going to help me is with my reach. Now, my goal is to get this knee to step up. All right? There's a couple ways I can do that. One way is by simply bumping my hips and driving off my toes this direction. Because if he doesn't brace himself as I drive this way, it's just going to be a breakdown. And that's fine. A cross face with a breakdown, I can work into a corkscrew and get my back points. But you're looking for a smart wrestler, or a better wrestler, to make a little bit of an adjustment there. A lot of times, what's going to happen, you attack this tricep, you pull it off the mat. Get it off the mat, you're in the saddle. As you start bumping here, you feel how you fall into your hip? Okay, come back up. As you start bumping here, a lot of times what happens is he'll want to either rotate that knee up or step. Boom. He'll step up to block me from driving that way. And you're going to say, thank you. Elbow deep. Grab your own wrist. Right here. Go hip to hip. Bottom knee in the ribs, cradle. Don't force this cradle. Let it develop and come to you. If he's not stepping up like that, you're going to force him to step up. How are you going to force him to step up? Simple, okay? Let's take a break. You know you need ace of here. You're going to force him to step up. Okay? So, be aggressive off the whistle. Referee's position. Smack this cross face in. Pull the tricep off the mat and get in the saddle. You need to make him carry your weight. Alright? Now here, what I'm going to start doing is pushing his heel down. Right there. Notice what happened? I made his joints uncomfortable by pushing his heel down. Alright? His knee starts to come up. Okay? As his knee starts to come up, I'm in here. Nice and tight. Okay? If you don't get the reaction, and he's not stepping that knee up, continue to just work a breakdown. Okay? So we're here. Pull the tricep up. Okay? If he gives me that, put your corkscrew and take it. Put him on his back and pin him. Cross face. You're jamming him, you're jamming him. You're jamming him some more. Keep jamming him. Maybe, oh, here's another thing too. So this way. Good old ankle pick. What a lot of guys do to counter this ankle pick is they drive their toe into the mat and rotate their knee up. Rotate the knee up. They just made a bad mistake when they did that. Elbow to elbow. I'm on my knees, the same side as legs are. Right there. At my cradle. Suck back. I'll show you that a couple more times. There's really three little setups I'm doing there to get him in, to set him up for the cradle. This first part is really easy, guys. Be very aggressive. I call it win on the whistle. You hear the whistle blows, slap the sun, pull off the mat. Get on the saddle. Come off my knees. Good. He's going to make some adjustments here. Right? If not, you're going to hip him over easily. And if you can hip him over and put him on his back, hey, that's great. You get easy back ones. Stop with the cross face, pull it off here. Now, I'm attacking ankle. You guys learned how to raise an ankle, right? Alright? Bottom guy makes a bad mistake, and he rotates, he steps up. Don't let go of the tricep. Grab your own wrist. Sit back here. Alright, let's give that a look. Go.
Alright, let's go.
You're on your own here. If you have any questions, let me know.
Alright, come here.
Yes, you're doing great.
Okay, I'll show you the first
Hold
time.
cross face, not on your knee.
Down.
Good, yes.
Don't cross your feet though. There you go. Much better. Okay, you ready? Okay, so what we're gonna do first thing is we're gonna go across and then we're gonna pull this across, okay? And then we're gonna put all our weight on them, okay? Put all our weight on them, and then we're gonna go through the ankle and we're gonna try and drive them down, okay? Does that sound good? Or do you want me to show you the cradle? Alright, come back up. I'll show you the cradle. Alright, so we're gonna come across, get the wrist, and then you put your weight on them, then you get your ankle out, put your knee leg up. There you go. And then what you do is you come across, okay? There you go. Wheeling. Where you go? No, nothing too much. You just don't have enough practice with it yet. Okay, ready? So all you do is take your arm, go to the other arm, pull it back across, then step this leg up for me, and then you come through, and you grab your own wrist, and then we sit back.
Keep it great.
The leg up.
We'll find things later on.
Then you want to try it? I know it's like great.
Yeah, so why you're having a hard time grabbing it?
Alright, ready? Whistle. Whistle. Go. You want to come across, grab this, and then pull that all the way across, and then step up right there, and then you just put your arm through right here. You can't do it. And this arm, you can't do a cradle. I'm going to do it. Oh, that's weird. That's
Just knee up in his rib right now.
Alright, get on.
Good job up there, big man.
Come here.
Wow,
Come on, get down. Alright, you ready?
Here, now push more over your knee.
Okay, so you come across.
First a little bit, right?
Get that, and then step your leg up.
You know how when you got your body back all the way over, you got that back over. There you go.
And then try and play it out.
Bigger guy.
Try and get off the back. Try and break my arm. Try and break my hand with my grip. There you go. Kick that leg hard. Kick that leg hard. Wrap your legs together. Wrap them around together like the yacht. Now kick. Kick. Attaboy. Harder. Kick harder. Kick it. There you go. Nice job. That's how you get out of the cradle. I'm sure you're not going to anyways. Alright, get back down. Again. Okay, ready? There you go. Get that. They don't give you the leg. Just like you should. Come around.
Yeah, it's hard to do something big. Sometimes you gotta jam your knee.
I'm a little bit.
Work on that.
It's okay.
And you have more weight than me.
Yeah, I got a lot more weight.
Stick your legs up and kick.
28 grams.
No, kick. Full power straight.
Ready? Ready?
You're not supposed to line up. You're supposed to keep it.
Get your hip to his other hip. Get your hip
That's
over
why you're
there.
not going to
Try and get out. Try and get out. Wrap those legs together. Don't the other way. Wrap them the other way. The other way. There you go. Kick. There you go. Kick. Nice. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Nice job. Get on that stomach. Get on that stomach. Come on. Get on the stomach. Stomach. There you go. There you go. Look, this is another crater right here. Boom. Boom. Come on. Show you again. Okay, you ready? Okay, boom, go for the cross. Get your leg up. Alright, try and kick out. Try and kick out. There you go, kick. No, the other way.
Yeah, why don't you stick
There you
to
go,
the cross?
kick. Kick. Push with the other hand too. Kick. Push. There you go, push. There you go, nice job. Go to the stomach. Attaboy, go to the stomach. Attaboy. Nice job, nice job. Nice job. Attaboy.
Break them down.
Alright, get back down here. Alright, you ready? Alright, take this leg. Boom. Alright, try and kick out. Try and kick out. Yup, no, you had it right. This leg always on. There you go. Kick. Kick. Harder. Come on. No, the other way. There you go. Kick. Yeah, there you go. Keep going to your stomach. Attaboy. Attaboy. Nice job. Do it again. Okay, you ready? Okay. Boom.
They gotta go there. They gotta go there.
Get it clear.
Bring it in, guys, bring it in.
Alright, bring it.
Guys, I know I'm throwing a lot at you. Whatever sticks, that's good. Let's answer some questions. Who's struggling with what? Who needs to see something again? Alright, so, okay, no one's volunteering, but I did see someone struggle a little bit with a corkscrew finish. So I'll show that. And then Coach said some people need to go hip to hip with their finish as well. Okay? So let me get one of the little guys real quick. One of you guys. Go,
Got it.
so the corkscrew, right, is a great way to get back points and pin people too. Especially if you get a nice cross face and a breakdown. Alright, so here, if I'm winning off the whistle, and I saw a lot of you guys using this, slap on that cross face, get to the tricep, and just isolate that arm. Okay? The other thing we can do here to work this breakdown is come to the near ankle. Okay? Now I'm just driving forward and trapping him on the side. Don't go to that. Right here. It's on his side, right? So you're on the wrong side of the stroke. You turn. Yeah, right there. So I've got this corkscrew going. Right? I'm in here. This free arm has got to come around out front. Alright? And I'm going both hands on the tricep. This arm's getting trapped because of the chest to chest. And that was the part that you were struggling with. Come up a little bit closer so you can see. So, when I'm here, I've got this cross face, and I come to thread with my other arm. What I want to do is stay chest to chest and walk on my toes with my corkscrew. Right there. And finish on top. You were rolling off to your side a little bit there, and that's a danger position. Okay? So when I bundle those arms together, I'm squeezing, I'm bundling those arms, I'm staying chest to chest, and walking around on my toes. I'll show it again. So I slack on my cross face, boom. Right? I come to this near ankle, he collapses to his side. He's not going to let me pin him, you're going to be fighting your belly. So fight your belly. He's fighting to his belly. I take my post hand, and I come over here and I trap the elbow. Both my arms are trapping on his elbow. Now, I get on my toes. There I am. Chest to chest on my finish. On my toes. Okay? That's a great little technique, especially for the big guys. For the big guys, this is a great pinning combination for you. So keep working that series. Make sure you chest to chest. Walk on your toes. Alright? Coach was saying hip to hip. Right here. Okay? That's very important. How do we get hip to hip? And I showed you guys a couple little different tools. Once we're here, right? We're in the saddle. I want that knee to come up. Am I going to get it with an ankle pick and he reacts, step up? Now I'm hip to hip. You see that little rotation I did? Come back down. I'm in the saddle. I picked his ankle. He stepped up. This is the side I want to be on. The side that he steps up on. Right? Now I've got my cradle. Okay? I can elevate this. Pick it up. Bottom knee and ribs. Back up. Wing off the whistle, boom. All right? Push the heel down. This is really uncomfortable to the joint. His knee rotates up. Thank you. Okay? Just give it a try. Sometimes it'll work on somebody, sometimes it won't. Just take your palm, push the heel down, his knee comes up. I'm on the same side as the leg. I jump my hips over. Grab your own wrist. Do not let go of the tricep and lock your fingers. Stay on the cross face. Grab your own wrist. You can elevate here if you need to. Boom. Let's go back to it. Let's go. Corkscrew and cradles.
Cradle.
You're on your own. Keep going back and forth on your own.
Alright, ready?
Yep.
And try and kick. Try and kick. Put that leg up on top. A kick. There you go. Kick. Push that hand too. Kick. Push. Keep going. You got it. There you go. Pull. One more. There you go. Go to your stomach. Nice job. All right, we're not bad. You want to try on top of me?
We're gonna do a lot of great.
No, that's not top. Just start in the middle. You always straddle to the side. There you go, much better. Alright, get my wrist with your like that. You want to hold it like a cup, right? You hold it like a cup. Hold my wrist like a, my elbow like a cup. Okay, ready? Turn right here. Forearm on someone's shoulder. Alright, ready? Alright, go. No, you want to go over. You want to go over. You can't reach them. Alright, get that. And then I'm going to come over like that. Now try and keep cradle me. To the side, so you can put your arm all the way around. I know, it doesn't be that much. It's too big. Too big. You can't stay on me. Come over to the side. Come on, I tried. Take it back down. It's too big for you. Ready? This is how you do it. You go, no, put it in there. Bring it out across. Just push down on the ankle. Step up. What are you doing here?
You're gonna put your body on your wrist. Yeah, there. Just like that.
Now what you want to do too? You want to put your knee to the side of them. Right to the side of it. Nice job, over your stomach. Nice job. Right. Oh, look.
Stay hip to hip. Now start that.
You know the cradle.
You guys are getting
Alright, kick. Pull your legs together. Wrap them together and kick. There you go, kick. You go kick. Nice job. Nice job. Alright, come on.
I always say knuckles.
You ready? Get in your referee's position. I ain't referee's position. Attaboy. Alright, you ready? Boom.
That's simple knuckles down.
Grab your own wrist. Sit there. Boom. And then, no, you want to wrap your legs? Tie your legs together, the other way? Well, yeah, that way works. You want to go on top. Yeah, go on top. No, go on top. Alright, roll your stomach. Roll your stomach. Yup, keep going. Keep going. Put your hand up there. Come on. Give me the chest. There you go. Give me the chest. Try and put it out. Put it out. Put it out and put it at the same time. Push down at the same time. There you go. Put it out. Out. There you go. Attaboy. Come here. Come on. Okay, ready? Boom. Give it to me this time. Corkscrew.
Get your feet, stay right there. Stay right there. Get on your toes.
Alright, come on. Come on. Yeah, these are beginner wrestling. You got a lot to learn. Got a lot to learn. Get in your normal referee position. Okay,
So
ready?
that's another breakdown. That's like another
Boom. Nice. 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 Keep going. Keep going. Come on. Use your chest. Use your chest. Come on. Push. Use your chest. Nice push up. Nice push up. Use your chest. There you go. Keep going. Keep going. Get that knee up. Keep going. Get that knee up. Push. Push. Come on. You don't want to twirl though. Come in. Okay, ready?
Now there's another one yet. Now you're just circling ahead.
Alright, get out of the legs strong. There you go. There you go. Squeeze, pull. There you go. Now roll your stomach. There you go. Nice job. Keep going. Push up. Come on. Push. Attaboy. There you go. Use the chest. Get that up.
Alright guys, if you got some water, grab some quick water break, alright?
You weren't done yet, you little booger. Go ahead. Here are your glasses.